On to our other top story. The country's Q1 unemployment stats are out. Melita Ngalonkulu from the Money Desk joins us now. So, Melita, how severe are these numbers really?
Well, Maseko, quite surprisingly, we've actually seen a decline in the numbers that actually came out today. And I think the amount that we saw a decline by is actually at about 0.8%. And that's good news for the economy, especially for those that are seeking employment. But actually, I just want to go to the numbers that I've actually prepared for today so that we can actually see what the actual figures are that came out from Stats SA today. So the figures that came out from Stats SA today is that the official unemployment rate currently at 34.5%. I do know that in the fourth quarter of 2021, it was at 35.3%. So we are actually seeing a decline there. But we want to understand, Maseko, what does this actually translate to? How many people are unemployed in the country? Because I think that is the most important thing. And at this point, we see that 7.9 million of the people in the country are without jobs. And there are a number of factors for this, Maseko. It's firstly those power cuts that we have actually been seeing. Investment is on a decline. Yes, we keep hearing that people are investing in the country, but if people are investing in the country, why is it then we are not seeing these jobs being created? So that's just another issue. And also the biggest one, structural reforms. We do know that agencies have been talking about this for years, that South Africa is just not moving in that direction at a fast-paced pace enough. So I actually just want us to now just look at the unemployment figure, which actually speaks about the expanded definition. So when we talk about the expanded definition, we're actually talking about the number of people that are actually have just given up on looking for work. So this basically means that 45.5% of people currently, right now in South Africa, are just no longer looking for work, and because they are actually discouraged. And that actually translates to about 12.4 million people. So, Maseko, I actually just want to also understand that these results this data is actually just showing us an indication of what happened for the first 3 months of the year. So it is the first quarter of 2022.
And Melita, what happened in sectors such as manufacturing? Those are sectors that are supposed to be, or that are called job-absorbing sectors. What happened there? Okay,
so we actually have seen a decline there in the manufacturing sector and trade. I do lie. In the manufacturing sector, we did see an increase of about 263,000 jobs. But however, Maseko, in the construction sector, we have seen a decline. And that also relates to a number of problems. Structural reforms that are just not moving at a pace that is fast enough in the country. And another issue is also that load shedding. We have seen that even last night we had load shedding. Obviously, that dampens the sentiment of investment in the country, as well as businesses as well. They just can't continue to operate in that environment, because if the lights are off, how are they supposed to assemble those cars? How are they supposed to work on that steel so that people could actually be employed?
All right, so what happened in terms of youth unemployment? You know, that's always a concern, because this, as you said, when you explained about that part of society that is despondent now and is not looking for jobs, what's it looking like? What are the figures looking like in terms of youth?
Well, Maseko, the figures that actually came out from Stats SA today are showing us that youth unemployment is at 63.9%. So, Maseko, that's actually still very high. And when we talk about the actual people that are unemployed amongst those youth, meaning amongst the stats that has been put together, let's just say for the labor force, we're actually looking at about 10.2 million. And that is actually a staggering amount. And I do know that this has been a concern for a while, because it means that those that are between the ages of 15 and 24 do not have jobs in the country. And we need to start asking ourselves, why is it? Why is it that our youth does not have jobs in the country? And this all goes back, Masego, to skills development. So is the government doing enough to actually provide them with the necessary skills that they actually need to get into the labor force? And that's actually one of the questions that a lot of economists have been raising for a while. And it's high time that the government, Masego, actually starts taking this seriously, because it is a ticking time bomb.
And I wonder when they're going to start taking it seriously. Melita, it's been quite a concerning number for a number of years now. Thank you very much for that report. That is Melita Ngalonkulu from the Money Desk, crunching those numbers for us in terms of the stats. Just to remind you, it is now at 34.9% from around 35.3% in the last quarter of 2021. Let's get more